Welcome back. In this lesson, we will talk about a very small moment that can feel very big. It is the moment before you speak your first English sentence. Maybe you know the words. Maybe you understand the question. Maybe you even practice the answer in your head. But when it is time to speak, your mouth becomes quiet. Your body feels tight. Your brain starts asking too many questions. What if I make a mistake? What if my sentence sounds strange? What if I forget the next word? Many English learners think this means their English is not good enough. But often, the problem is not your whole English. The problem is the first door. Before you can walk into a conversation, you need one small opening sentence. If that first sentence feels too heavy, everything after it feels harder. Today, I want to give you a calm way to open that door. I call it the slow first sentence. The slow first sentence is simple. You choose one safe sentence. You say it slowly. Then you add one small detail. That is all. You are not trying to sound fluent in the first 5 seconds. You are not trying to impress anyone. You are only giving your voice a gentle place to begin. When the first sentence is slow and safe, your brain has time to join you. Let us begin with an important idea. Slow is not weak. Slow is a tool. When you speak slowly, you can feel the words in your mouth. You can hear your own voice. You can breathe. You can notice the next word before you need it. Many learners rush because they think fast English sounds better. But if fast English makes you panic, it is not better for practice. A calm sentence is more useful than a fast sentence you cannot finish. Imagine you want to talk about your day. In your head, you may want to say a full paragraph. You may want to explain your work, your feelings, your plans, and every small detail. That is too much pressure for the first sentence. Instead, start with one safe door. Today was a little busy. Say it slowly. Today was a little busy. After that, you can add one detail. I had many messages. Then one more if you want. Now I feel tired but okay. Notice what happened. You did not start with a perfect speech. You started with one sentence that your body could handle. Then you continued. This is the heart of the method. The first sentence does not need to carry the whole conversation. It only needs to begin the conversation. Step 1 is to choose a safe starter. A safe starter is a sentence shape you can use many times. It is not fancy. It is not complicated. It gives you a familiar path. Here are some useful starters. Today, I want to talk about. I feel a little. This morning, One thing I noticed is, I am learning how to do late. These starters are like small handles on a door. When you do not know how to begin, you hold the handle and open slowly. Please do not collect too many starters at once. If you have 20 choices, your brain may feel busy again. Choose 3. Write them on a card, in your notebook, or in your phone. For 1 week, use the same 3 starters again and again. Repetition is not boring here. Repetition makes the first step easier. When the first step is easy, you are more likely to speak. Step 2 is to say the starter slowly. This sounds obvious, but many learners skip it. They choose a good sentence. Then they say it too quickly because they feel nervous. Try the opposite. Make the first sentence almost too slow. Let there be space between the words. You can even take a small breath before the last part. Today, I want to talk about my morning. That little pause is not failure. It is control. You can practice this with your hand on your chest or on the table. Tap once for each small word group. Today, tap. I want to talk about. Tap. My morning. Tap. The tapping is not magic. It simply tells your body, we are not running, we are walking. A walking sentence is easier to finish than a running sentence. Step 3 is to add one small detail. After your first sentence, do not ask yourself, what is the perfect next sentence? Ask a smaller question. What is one detail? If your first sentence is, today, I want to talk about my morning, your detail can be, I woke up late. If your first sentence is, I feel a little nervous, your detail can be, I am practicing speaking alone. If your first sentence is, one thing I noticed is the weather, your detail can be, it is colder than yesterday. One detail is enough. Beginners often stop because they think every answer must become a long answer. It does not. A real conversation can grow from small pieces. First sentence. One detail. Another detail if you have it. A feeling if it feels natural. Then stop. Stopping calmly is also a skill. Let us try 3 examples together. Example 1. You want to talk about food. Your slow first sentence is, "Today, I want to talk about my lunch." Say it slowly. Now add one detail. I ate rice and vegetables. Add one feeling. It was simple, but I liked it. That is a complete small speaking practice. You used real life. You used easy words. You began. Example 2. You want to talk about work or study. Your slow first sentence is, "I feel a little tired today." Add one detail. I had many tasks. Add one choice. So I will practice only 5 minutes. This is useful because you are not pretending to be energetic. You are using English to tell the truth. Honest English is easier to continue than performance English. Example 3. You want to talk about learning English. Your slow first sentence is, "I am learning how to speak more calmly." Add one detail. I do not need to speak fast today. Add one action. I will say one sentence 3 times. This example is powerful because it turns the method into words. You are not only learning the method, you are speaking the method. Now let us talk about mistakes. The first mistake is waiting for confidence before you speak. Confidence often comes after the first sentence, not before it. You may still feel nervous when you begin. That is okay. The slow first sentence does not remove all fear. It gives fear a smaller job. Fear can sit in the room, but it does not drive the car. The second mistake is choosing a sentence that is too big. For example, today I will explain the most important reason why adult learners cannot become fluent. That sentence may be interesting, but it is too heavy for a warm-up. Make it smaller. Today I want to talk about one learning problem. Then add one detail. Sometimes I know the words, but I do not speak. Small English can carry real meaning. The third mistake is correcting yourself too early. If your first sentence comes out with a small grammar problem, do not stop immediately and punish it. Finish the thought first. You can correct later. Speaking practice and correction practice are different rooms. In the speaking room, your first job is to keep the voice moving gently. At the end, you may choose one phrase to improve. But during the first sentence, protect the flow. Here is a 3-minute routine you can use today. Minute 1. Choose one starter from your card. For example, today, I want to talk about minute 2. Say the first sentence 3 times, slowly. Change only the ending. Today, I want to talk about my breakfast. Today, I want to talk about my work. Today, I want to talk about my English. Minute 3, choose one of those sentences and add one small detail. If 3 minutes feels too easy, continue for 5 minutes. If 3 minutes feels difficult, make it 1 minute. The time is not the main point. The main point is the doorway. You are training your body to believe that English can begin calmly. You are building a tiny bridge between silence and speech. There is one more useful practice. Use the same first sentence in 3 different moods. Say, today, I want to talk about my morning in a normal voice. Then say it in a tired voice. Then say it in a hopeful voice. You are not acting for an audience. You are teaching your voice that English can hold real feelings. Many learners use English only when they try to be correct. But language also needs warmth, tiredness, surprise, and care. A slow first sentence gives those feelings enough space. You can also connect the sentence to your body. Before you speak, relax your shoulders. Put both feet on the floor. Look at one real object in the room. Then begin. This small physical routine helps because speaking is not only a mental activity. Your mouth, breath, ears, and posture are all part of it. When your body feels safer, your English often becomes easier to start. Another way to practice is the same door, new room game. Keep the same opening, but change the topic. Today, I want to talk about my coffee. Today, I want to talk about my friend. Today, I want to talk about a small problem. The door is the same, so your brain feels familiar. The room is new, so your English grows. This is a gentle way to build flexibility without losing safety. You can also use this method before a real conversation. Before a class, a meeting, or a language exchange, choose one slow first sentence. Say it quietly to yourself. Today, I may speak slowly, and that is okay. Or, I can begin with one simple sentence. This prepares your voice. It also gives your mind a friendly instruction. You are not asking yourself to be perfect. You are asking yourself to begin. If you practice with a phone recorder, do not listen back immediately every time. Sometimes recording is helpful. Sometimes it creates pressure. For this method, the first goal is not to judge your voice. The first goal is to hear that your voice exists in English. Record one sentence if you want. Save it. At the end of the week, listen to a few sentences and notice one thing that became easier. Please remember that your first English sentence is not a test. It is not a stage. It is not a final result. It is a door. Some days the door opens easily. Some days it opens slowly. Both are normal. If your sentence is simple, it still counts. If your voice is quiet, it still counts. If you pause, breathe, and continue, that also counts. Before we finish, choose your slow first sentence for today. You can use this one. Today, I want to speak English slowly. Say it once. Say it again. Say it a third time. Then add one small detail. I only need one sentence. That is your practice. It is small, but it is real. A small beginning repeated many times can become a strong speaking habit. Thank you for spending time with Joli English today. If you try the slow first sentence, write one starter in the comments. It can be very simple. Today, I want to talk about, or I feel a little. Your sentence may help another learner begin too. Keep your first sentence slow, calm, and kind. I will meet you again in our next lesson.